Hey, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for joining me here at the cave today. This is going to be video number 2 for our Project Prospects. Okay. For those of you who don't know what that is, this is a series I'm doing, so you guys get to vote on what we do when we do it, as far as projects that I have lined up for the foreseeable future for the channel. We're starting out with 4, and they're going to battle in sets of 2. And it's going to be like a bracket system, kind of like in college basketball, for those of you who know, about that. So we're going to have a winner. We're going to start with 4, 2 versus 2. Each one of those gets a winner. Those 2 winners go on to compete for the first spot. Okay. Now, the 2 losers from these two different ones, they go on. They start a whole nother bracket for the race to the bottom, basically, the race for last place. Okay, so those 2 losers now, the first of those 2 losers, the first one to lose, the next, one of them is going to lose. That's going to be the first person to have 2 losses. They're automatically number 4. Okay, and we have winner. The first person to win 2 in a row gets first place. First person to lose 2 in a row gets last place. Now, the 2 guys in the middle have both won 1 and lost 1. Between the 2 of them, the one who wins the next one will be second place, and then the loser gets third place. Right? Their reward for not blowing it so fast and early, right, is that they don't get the bottom. And that's going to be the way it works. I hope I explained that well enough. I will have a diagram ready for the next video. All right, and I will explain this again there. In the meantime, okay, thank you for joining me here at RJ's Cave. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Okay, that way you get messages whenever we drop a new video. All right. And I think that's everything, right? So now we're going to learn about guitar number 2 in the project. Okay, this is actually my I have a thing for this guitar, even though it's a mutant. Okay, and you're gonna think, what are you, out of your mind? This is a first act guitar. Okay. These are guitars that, among other things, were sold in places like Toys R Us. Okay. RJ, what are you talking about? Well, if you look closely at this guitar, it has a tremolo from a Stratocaster style guitar. It actually has a pick guard like a Stratocaster style guitar. And then, but the body is that of a Telecaster. It's got the jack for a Stratocaster. And then it's got a 3-out-of-side headstock like a Gibson. What's going on? Well, that's why I fell in love with this thing. It's a little mutant. So I picked this thing up. It was neglected big time. Wasn't playable. Pickup was okay. I managed to make it playable with what was there. And the pickup was dull, muddy, not dead sounding and lifeless, just muddy. And, the tuners were shot. They were junk. They were the classic ones I tell you not to buy, with the 2 screws on the back, right, for each tuner. Now, this guitar has 1 pickup, and it actually came with only 1 knob, right? So I did some upgrading, all right? So I got a new pickup, inexpensive. It's okay. It's not great. I would love to change this again. And I put a tone control on there as well. So now you got a volume and a tone. I swapped out the tuners for some that I had lying around. Nothing special. These aren't even that good themselves. They're better than what was on there, but I could definitely change these. No problem, guys. All right. The pick guard, I changed the pick guard on this, okay, as well. And I scuffed the finish, because what ended up happening is this was probably a second that they decided to use for this brand in the factory, because some of the factories make multiple brands, right? And this was not a very good one. So they used this type of guard on this particular design, and this hid the flaws underneath, the runs and the paint and all that. So I had to scuff it and then level it out, and then I laid a little more black on the top, let that dry for several weeks, and then I scuffed the top, okay? So that everything looked fairly even and more or less satiny. All right, that's what I was going for. It didn't really work all that well, but it helped blend the new paint with the old. Okay. So, and the pick guard that was there I didn't like, so I changed the pick guard, but because I had to, because I wanted the new knob. So guys, this is number 2. This is going to be going versus the Squire. Okay. I can tell you there's only room for one pickup in this guitar. There's not an extra space here. There's no routing, so we're not going to be doing that. So if you want to do something to help get creative with what we have here, I definitely welcome it. I would love to do another 4-wire pickup in here and switch this tone control for a push-pull that does single coil versus humbucker. That's an option. We could find space probably. I might be able to find space because there's no switch here to put something for a kill switch, something like that, right? So these are the ideas that I have for this guitar. This I can tell you right now, when this guitar is done, it's a keeper. I'm not gonna sell it. I love the body on this. When I say that, I mean it resonates really, really, really well, and that's with the cheap, hard paint finish on it. So this one can be fun. This one can turn into something a little on the special side, believe it or not. Even though this was a $60 on sale guitar from Toys R Us, most likely. So that's it for this one, guys. As far as this guitar goes, yeah, I think that's about it. So really quick, check out the channel. All right, I got a whole bunch of stuff you can check out on the channel. There's gear videos, there's motivational talks, how to, for you beginner guys, things that will to help you get past this toughest part of learning how to play guitar. So I have two playlists just for those kind of things. Then I have a master list with everything on it. Also, I have a master, well, I guess you'd call it a master list. It's a playlist of 600, 700, 800, it's close to 800 backing tracks that I've culled from YouTube over the years, and just liked them enough that first time I played through them to go, okay, I'm just going to put this on my playlist. Put it in my playlist, put it in my playlist. You know, and over time that's gotten huge. So, pardon me. If you want to check that out, by all means, knock yourself out. And sorry me, don't get old. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Remember, this is something special we do. It's a little hard in the beginning, but when you learn how to make music, you really are learning how to make magic, okay? It sounds sappy and you think, Mom, what are you talking about, RJ? Come on. Well, the fact is that when you can do this, you can change someone's day in a heartbeat, okay? And when we think about what magic in the real world would be, to me, that seems like that qualifies, you know? So go out there, get motivated, learn how to play guitar, because you're learning how to make magic, right? Also, guys, don't forget, check out the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and the notification bell, okay? All that stuff helps us out. So, once again, first act, we can turn it into something special. This thing is light. This thing is lively. This one wants to be a player. So, help me make it a player, all right? Thanks again, guys. This has been RJ's Cave. Take it easy.